Welcome to Lake Arts and Entertainment Showcase, covering the arts throughout all of Lake County. Magnificent arts, music, drama, the theater, and all of the visual arts.
Hi, thanks for joining me. I'm Lori Farfaglia, host of the Arts and Entertainment Showcase here on Lakefront TV. I'm in studio today, and joining me is local musician Jill Towers. Thank you, Jill, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So tell me a little bit about what you do musically in this area.
I perform solo and with my guitar, of course, and sing. I perform duo with my daughter. She plays bass and trumpet. And I have a band called Anita Drink. We play locally.
Great, yeah.
And I play with the Ladies of the Blues. So I would do cover music and original music and whatever the venue wants, actually.
I started to say, I read on your website that you do a little bit of everything. So
Yeah.
each venue can tell you, play a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and you can do it for them.
Yep, we sure can.
So how long have you been performing?
Over 40 years.
Have you?
Yeah. Since my mom had used to sing with the Tommy Dorsey Band when she was young, so she had put me on stage when I was 2 years old for the first time.
Wow.
And I played venues all over the Northeast, New York and Jersey and stuff like that when I was young, until I was about 8 or 9 years old, and then took a break for a while and got back into it when I late teens, early 20s.
Now, did playing an instrument come easy to you? Was picking up a guitar like breathing to you?
Kind of. I played when I was young. You know 4 or 5 chords, and you can play a lot of songs that way. I also, then I put that down, and I was a front lady for a rock and roll band for many years, and we traveled up and down the East Coast.
Oh, wow.
And wintered in Florida, and I ended up just staying here, and I've been here since 1978.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the music that you're going to perform for us today, is it all original pieces that you've written?
Yeah, it sure is.
Where do you get your inspiration?
Everything inspires me, everything. From the news to just everyday life, Just.
Are you always humming a tune and writing down lyrics?
Yeah, I have to actually turn it off. It's hard to turn off. I can't even sleep at night without having to turn it off because there's always songs going.
Really?
Yeah, music constantly.
It's always coming and you're always hearing it and writing it, and that's how you compose it. Is there like one time that's better than another for you to compose something, or it's just whenever it hits you? Whenever
it hits me, but the nicest is when it all falls together in my lap. One night I woke up out of a sound sleep, and I thought I was dreaming, but I had heard, oh, great news hit out from Don Henley, and I got up and had I have a little voice recorder I had leave next to my bed, so I go in the closet in the middle of the night, so I don't wake anybody up, and I'm humming these things that I hear in my head. And I wrote the song, the whole thing came to me, the words, the music, everything. So those are the nicest, when you don't have to struggle to, fit something together. But usually it's the music that comes to me first, melodies. I'm a melody girl, and the choruses usually come, and then I write around that.
That's what I was going to ask you, if you hear the words first and then you try to put them to music, or if it just comes to you.
Yeah, the melody and the words come to me. Just like if some of it's just a little bit of words, so or whatever the chorus is, a hook line kind of a situation is what I usually write first.
Do you play more than one instrument?
Yeah, I play some piano, keyboards, and stuff like that. Just enough to write,
Music.
Yeah. I actually had to play an instrument to get into a band when I was younger. And my brother had said, well, you want to join this band? Well, we need a piano player, keyboard player, so you'll need to play that. And I said, oh, okay. So someone, let me use their keyboard, and I just did enough to get by to do the job.
Well, let's hear one of your original pieces.
Okay.
Yesterday was not the day, no, not the second time. Hello, goodbye, no reply. Yeah. Martha, my dear, found Norwegian wood. I knew she could anytime at all. Sexy Sadie said, hey Jude, all you need is love. Oh, we never knew love till there was you. Something in the way she moves and we can work it out. When she's here, there, and everywhere, it makes me twist and shout. You really got a hold on me, honey pie. She said, here comes the sun, better hold on tight. Mr. Moonlight, it won't be long. I gave you all my love and nobody, oh-ba-da, cry baby cry, good night. For the benefit of Mr. Kite, I wanna hold your hand. I know it's been a hard day's night, I hope you'll understand. Really, I'm a walrus back in the USSR, a nowhere man. Please, Mr. Postman, my guitar gently weeps, and I don't want to spoil the party 'cause I'm in misery. You see, I'm waiting for a letter from Eleanor Rigby. Ain't she sweet? Strawberry fields come together, oh so fine. Let me step inside, I'm so tired. Dr. Robert told Julia about Lucy in the sky, and her reply, good day, sunshine. She came in through the bathroom window with a help from her friends. She's fixing the hole with a silver hammer Maxwell lent. Tomorrow never knows when the tax man comes. Could be the end. Could be the end. Could be the end. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Jill, that was a great song. You have to tell me about that song.
It's called Titles, and I'm a Beatles fan.
I could tell a few in there.
And that actually was all titles of Beatles songs put back to back.
Oh, okay.
There's 58 of them to be exact.
Wow.
So I tried to make a story out
I
of it.
recognized a few of them,
Yeah.
and then I'm thinking, I'm trying to piece it together how it all went together. That was great. Like, how did that come to you?
I don't know. I don't really know. Honestly, that just, I guess because I'm a Beatles fan and just started writing things, and I thought, hey, that's pretty cool. I don't know of anybody that wrote a song with all titles to something, you know. So I tried to make a story out of titles. And I don't know whether it really made a story or not, but it's fun.
No, it was great. And like I was saying to you earlier, every time you smiled, I had to smile because it was a great song. It just made me smile.
Thank
and
you.
that's what music is all about when
Yeah.
it touches people like that. Tell me about some of your CDs we have sitting here.
Okay. This, I don't know, can you get a shot of it?
This one?
This is my first one here. This Never Give Up is my first CD. And that's kind of more 70s, 80s rock and roll, you know, driving when I had big hair, that kind of thing. Real loud music. My second CD was Welcome to Dreamfield. And I recorded that in Phil Collins' studio in Liverpool, England.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And Ian Gillan from Deep Purple was my executive producer on that one.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really
So
fun.
how did you end up in little old Leesburg, Florida, or Lake County, Florida, from doing all these fabulous albums all over the place?
It's just been blessed, really. I was playing a little pub when I first, it was like one of my first acoustic solo gigs. I've always been a front lady for a rock and roll band, I mean, as far as I can go back. But when I went out on my own, you know, you kind of have to make, when you go to make a living by this, doing this, you have to be creative. So I decided just to go out as an acoustic act. So anyway, I'm playing this little pub, and this lady comes up and she says, she sits a seat right in front of me, and I'm like sitting right here, and there's this empty plastic chair sitting right there. So she says, you don't mind if I bring somebody up to sit in front of you, do you? I said, well, I guess not, you know. But I was really nervous because it was one of my first gigs. So who's it ended up being was Deep Purple. The whole band was in town, and in that pub playing, you know, just relaxing after their recording session. So she sits Ian Gillan, the singer for Deep Purple, down in front of me. So
Wow.
this is like freaking me out.
And you recognized him immediately.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, I was a huge fan. Machine Head was like my favorite album growing up, you know. So anyway, I was really perspiring. I couldn't even keep my hand on the guitar. It was falling off the frets. It was quite nerve-wracking, you know. But he applauded me and really enjoyed himself. So from that point on, we met, and I had a little record label with my husband and a few other partners at the time. And we went on to become partners and friends, and I released his solo album and just went down the line like that.
Now, have you found that your music has kind of evolved over the years? The things that the things that impact your life?
That's what it is, exactly, in the different seasons. Yeah.
I know you mentioned earlier, we were talking when we were getting ready for the interview, that you are a breast cancer survivor.
Sure am.
How long has it been?
Since 1992.
And how has that whole experience molded your music?
Well, actually, I think that was what gave me the confidence to play acoustic, because that was when I first started picking up guitar. I needed a vehicle to let my music out, you know. So while I was sitting home recovering, and I picked up a guitar and just did. And actually, it was my daughter's guitar, and it only had 4 strings on it. I was playing notes going along, but I was writing, so that's all that mattered. Yeah, it really helped me. So that got me through it. My music really got me through it.
Well, let's hear another one of your fabulous songs.
Okay.
All these years trying here and nothing seems to work. I sacrificed over half my life, but all I got was hurt. And now that I've made up my mind, I ain't wasting no more time. I'm done. When it's on its way to over, don't bother bringing flowers to our door. When it's on its way to over, love doesn't live here anymore. Now you tried to play nice, but it's too late for us to pretend that everything's just great. And now that I've made up my mind, I ain't wasting no more time. I'm done. When it's on its way to over, don't bother bringing flowers to our door. When it's on its way to over, love doesn't live here anymore. No passionate kisses, all the broken wishes I wanna feel again. Now that I've made up my mind, I ain't wasting no more time. I'm done. When it's on its way to over, don't bother bringing flowers to our door. When it's on its way to over, love doesn't live here anymore. When it's on its way to over, doesn't live here anymore.
That was a great song as well. Tell me about that song. I could hear life experience coming through that one.
Yeah, it's actually a co-write though.
Was
My
it?
girlfriend wrote most of the lyrics on that, and I wrote the music. But it's on my country and blues CD called "Darn It Down Here," and that tune was on its way to over. So I get a lot of requests for that, as I'm sure a lot of people can relate with that. A lot of, you know, any heartache songs.
Right,
Or
right.
breakup songs. We've all been there one time or another.
Right. So if I picked up one of your CDs now, it's going to be completely different from what your very first CD was. It just depends on.
Yeah, I kind of go with where I'm at, you know. Like I said, I have country and blues CD, I have rock and roll, I have folk, I have acoustic, Christian rock CD actually too. My latest one is.
What kind of music has impacted you over the years to inspire you the most to be what you are today?
Anything that's heartfelt,
Is it?
you know, any
kind.
life. Yeah, I I like it all, except I don't like rap very much, but
That's okay.
everything else.
That's okay. When you were a little girl, did you ever think you would end up playing the guitar and be out performing in front of people?
Oh, sure.
You knew it immediately.
I knew that's what I was going to do. Yep. Yeah.
Did you have like an aha moment, as Oprah says, or did you
No.
just always know deep down that was it?
That's all I ever thought of, all I ever saw. That was my interest. So, yeah, I guess that's it.
So where can locals in Lake County hear you?
I play at Hurricane Dockside.
Oh, yeah.
The old J.J. Finn's on the river. And that's with my band. My daughter's in my band, and a drummer named Randy Cool. So that's the three of us. We have a little trio that does variety rock and roll. We do the 60s through today.
Oh, wow.
And then I also do a lot of private parties, things like that. And we put together with a keyboard player, Dr. Tom Fiala, who's awesome, out of Altamont Springs. And he actually, his studio where I recorded my latest album, my latest CD there.
Now, which one's your latest?
My Meadow. It's
My
a
Meadow.
Christian rock.
Okay.
Yeah, and he was so kind, and he's been in my band off and on for like almost 12 years now. So when the venue's big enough where they want to or add another different members, that's what we do. And then I hire a guitar player too, so we do things like that. So for the private events, or we actually put together like a 50s and 60s oldies parties and stuff like that. So you got to be creative in these days, you know.
What's it like performing with your daughter?
Oh, it's awesome. It's the coolest thing. I look over at her, and it's neat to watch her. You know, she's been doing this also since she was about 4. So I brought her on stage then, and her first show was I did a benefit for Hurricane Andrew, and we filled up a whole big truck of stuff, and anyway, we had bands going the whole day and helped them out. And we put her on stage for her first time there, and she had practiced a song the whole way, and then all of a sudden we get there and she says, "I'm not going to do that song." And she's 4 years old. She's got a guitar around her neck with a rope, you know. It was that guitar that I was using for
That you learned to play?
Yeah, that I started playing on. It had 4 strings on it, and still. And she just gets up there, she goes, "God bless the people of the world, protect," I mean, just going off right out of her heart. It was the sweetest thing.
So music is in the family.
Yeah, it is. And then she played trumpet through high school and stuff too, so in college.
Well, let's hear another one of your songs.
Sure.
Tricks on me. There's water running down the wall in front of me. Always something trying to bring me down. Nobody ever wants to feel this way. Did you ever wanna run away? I can't sit and wait around. My
run away.
We're all going through something in life. I hope that it opens our eyes. It's bigger than life. It's bigger than life. It's true. You'd be surprised at what a smile can do for the one who is walking toward you. Yeah, it's bigger than life. It's bigger than life. It's true. Prepare yourself if it's just begun, or if your battle's just been won. It's bigger than life. It's bigger than life. It's true. We can do anything with you when our heart is open. Your love flows through. So let us shine in whatever we do and clear our minds so we can hear you. Better, stronger, that's what I've become. You shine through me and onto everyone. It's bigger than life. It's bigger than life. It's true. So get upon your knees and pray and humble yourself today. It's bigger than life, bigger than life. It's true. Reach out to someone in need. Oh, we're all just one big family. Most of us are just a paycheck away. It can happen to you on any day. We're all going through something in life. I hope that it opens our eyes. It's bigger than life. It's bigger than life. It's true. It's bigger than life. Bigger than life. It's true. Bigger than life. It's bigger than life.
Jill Towers, thank you so much for being in studio today.
Oh, thank you.
JillTowers.com is your website, and your new CD is called My Meadow. Thanks
is.
again for joining us, Jill. It was a pleasure.
Thank you.